Welcome back to week 2 of turning $1,000 into $10,000. And wow, was this week a roller coaster. Our accounts hit all-time highs, followed by all-time lows. Alright, let's get started. We started last week with $1,000 in our portfolio, and currently it's sitting at $1,006.31, which is a 0.6% gain. Nothing much, but at least we're still in the green. Let's talk about the trades that we made last week. Let's recap on last week's buys. As expected, Tesla saw a pump leading up to the shareholders event, hitting a price of over $465 at one point. With the meeting coming up on November the 6th, I am debating on whether I should take profit before the event or hold it through. We'll see how the price action is next week. Our thesis for SOFI also held true. Even with a double beat on their earnings, their stock falls soon after the earnings, and now is hovering around our entry price. This is why you don't blindly trade earnings, because even with a double beat like SOFI, the stock can still see a pretty significant dip. CPRI, on the other hand, wasn't performing so well, currently down over 5% from our entry. But earnings are coming up soon on November the 4th, so I would like to hold it through earnings to see if my thesis holds true. TAC started the week rough, seeing a pretty significant dip. However, it bounced back strong, and looking back, this was a really good opportunity I could use to DCA. Let's get into the trades we made this week. On Thursday, I bought into Opendoor Technology, ticker symbol OPEN. OPEN is an online real estate transaction platform where the company buys, renovates, and sells homes. Recently, the company announced a plan to expand their markets to a national level. Along with the interest rate cut made by the Fed, I think we could see some good price action in the coming months or years. However, it is worth noting that OPEN is an extremely volatile stock, hitting lows of around 50 cents and highs of around $10.50. Now, many people see OPEN as sort of a meme stock, with declining revenue and not being profitable. I am proceeding this trade with caution. I only bought around $50 into it, which is around 5% of our portfolio, at the price of $17.51. And following the dip, I also DCA into it at $7.29 for $20, making our total holdings of the stock at $70. Additionally, I also DCA into SOFI after its dip on Thursday, because there was some speculation that SOFI could be added into the S&P 500. And here's the benefits. Being added into the S&P 500 increases the attention, the trade liquidity, and potentially a short-term price boost on the stock. I DCA'd $30 into it at the price of $29.45. And for CPRI, I also DCA'd $50 into the stock at the price of $21.06. Leading up to the earnings, if we could see a significant pump in the stock price, I might de-risk by selling some of my holdings of CPRI, just in case my thesis doesn't hold true. It's been a volatile week, and I've learned that it's always good to have some extra cash sitting in your brokerage account, just in cases where there's a significant dip and opportunities present themselves. Alright, and as usual, everything in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research before buying into anything. Alright, this is the end of our week 2 portfolio update. Please feel free to comment down below what you think I could do better, since it is the first time I'm making videos like this. Peace out.